All right, I want to welcome everyone to the family tree. And put your hands together, family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
hey,
Hey.
Put your hands together. Put your hands together.
Yeah.
All right, everybody kind of cool, collected. They just piling in, big.
Yeah, man.
Come on in.
Yeah,
Tell us
buddy.
who you are, where you coming from. All right, good. All right, come on in. Everybody's coming in right at the last moment. As soon as I get started, right, Big B?
You know that's right.
Come on in. Here they come. All right, come on in. Come on in. All right, come on. All right, good. We're going to get everybody started. And Big B.
Yo, man. Yo, buddy.
Bring that music down, buddy.
Yeah, man. All right. You getting so good at that, I can't stand you, man.
Hey,
You sound like a DJ. That's so smooth.
man, we try to get that good music, man. You got to get that good feeling. I'm gonna come
Yeah,
off.
man.
Come off
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Can you see
yeah.
everybody? Can everybody see?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can, buddy.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
I
Yes,
want to
sir,
welcome
sir.
everyone to the family tree. It is a good, Wednesday raining. I
Yeah,
don't know
man.
where you may be.
Oh,
but
you
here in
it's
Philly-
raining?
Oh man, it's pouring down over
Oh,
here.
no, we don't have a drop outside our house,
Are
man.
you serious, man?
There's not a drop outside, man. Matter of fact, I can
Man,
see a couple stars outside. So we.
I have to tell this rain to move on over there to you, man. You can have some of this. But anyway, I want to welcome everyone to the family tree. This is the place where we get our holistic check-in for
Yes,
the week.
indeed.
Hump day. And
Yeah.
as we going into the holiday seasons, hope everyone is doing well. Staying cool, calm, and collected, not letting this holiday take over, your emotions and things and stress and things like that. So we want to stay stress-free, but hopefully everyone's doing well. So we want to open up today, and this was the first time you're joining us. This is the family tree. Because we call it the family tree, it is the place where we gather around the tree. We considering our ancient laurel customs, where we
Yes.
got around these things called laurel trees, and they're so big, they're huge. Guess what? We got around as a family. Big B, we talked about whatever's going on, family,
Yeah, man.
networking. This is where we found out, answered problems, did things that, when we wanted to solve all kind of issues that were going on in the tribe and the family. Guess what? We got around the tree and we prayed.
Yeah.
So that means it's your social security. It's
There
not
you
a
go.
check,
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
You gotta say it slow.
Well,
Social. Say it
security.
slow.
Social security.
That means it's not
There
a
you go.
check. It is your family. So with the family, we say gather around. This is the tree, and we want to answer any questions that you have. If we can't find out the question, Big B, don't we try to find out? We'll find out.
Trying to find between you, me, and Fingers, we
Yeah.
got it covered, boy.
We'll get it covered. So if you want to actually join the conversation, go down to your menu bar, and you're going to hit that little area where you see the heart and the reacting. That react little sign right there. You can actually click it and put your hand up like Big B over there, and Big
Yes,
B.
sir.
And
Yes,
then
sir.
you can get in queue, and you can ask any question you have. If you're someone that's maybe saying, I don't want to get on camera, maybe you want to just show them a picture tonight, that's okay. You want to join us, you can put yourself down in the chat box, click on the chat box, and then Prophetess over there, aka
Fingers in
put
the
your hands
house.
together, fingers
In the house.
We got fingers. We at? I can't see you.
Girlfriend
But
be kicking
anyway,
it, boy.
She be kicking it,
Man, look, Finger
smoke,
saves
just-
our life a whole lot of
Smoke
times,
be
buddy.
coming out there. She be moving so fast. All right, so with that, Fingers will get it over to us, and we'll try to answer your question. Now, sometimes when you're talking, probably she's putting the answer in the chat box.
In the chat box, that's
if you
right.
answer your question, put it in the chat box. We've done many shows and we've covered a lot of topics. So check with the chat box, and you may have it. Now, if you're somebody that's calling by phone and you may have missed the prompt where it actually tells you to log in, no worries. Just let us know that you're calling by phone and we'll try to get you in. All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
I want to thank everyone for joining us. This not just be the last time you come in with the family. Bring somebody next time, we say.
That's right. That's
But
right.
before we get started, I want to give our host with the most, Big B, Bill
Whoop,
One
whoop,
L
whoop,
Morgan.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Give my hand, y'all. Let's
Yo,
give my
buddy,
hand.
that's it, man. That's what's up. That's what's up.
What's up,
Hey,
buddy? How you doing
Mark
over
said,
there, man?
Mark said, certainly.
Yes,
Certainly.
certainly.
Dr. B, I'm doing good, man. No complaints. I
So,
told you over the weekend I had a little snazzle in my nose, but hey, listen, you see, it's out there. Look, I'm in good shape today. What can I
Yeah,
tell you, man? I
I
got
hear
no
you, man.
complaints. Yeah,
Hey,
buddy.
man, just as long as no drones ain't dropped nothing on you,
Look,
man.
don't
That's what I'm
don't you
sorry
start no
saying.
stuff. You saw that? I look out the
You
side,
are in Jersey
and all
now.
I
You
hear
are
is,
in Jersey. I didn't say anything, but you are in Jersey.
uh,
Hey, Big B,
well,
you should just peek your head out there tonight to see if you
look,
see anything,
all I
man.
gotta do is do one of these.
So,
Oh man,
buddy, lots going on.
yeah, man.
We got flu numbers that are going up, and yes, people are catching flu, but guess what? People are getting well. No deaths, which
Yeah,
is a good
yeah,
thing.
yes,
So,
sir.
tell us what are our latest numbers that you have that we have on record on
Yeah,
that we can
man.
go
As
over.
of what they say, the 7th of December, we're looking at our updates right now. Our early indicators for positivity, excuse me, is up just a tick at 5.4%. Okay, for this whole idea with COVID, and our emergency department visits where people are going in just get themselves checked out. We're also at what 0.6%. So everything is still kind of floating like this. All right,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
hospitalization, Doctor P. Well, folk are going in hospitals and getting themselves checked up per 100,000. We're at, again, a slight rise at 1.6%. And our deaths right now, Dr. P, are at about 0.9%. So that's kind of like where we are right now,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. We're still not doing too bad.
No, we're not
The
doing
fact
bad at
that
all, man.
I think people are just aware. Everyone went through something with that whole COVID thing,
Ooh,
and
man,
everybody
I'm
started
telling you.
learning, I better check on myself.
Yeah,
And then
buddy.
that's when people started doing better with their health. So, the flu, which is the walking pneumonia, and also the RSV are still on
Yes.
the rise. So,
Mm-hmm.
family, if you have any of those symptoms, things like that, go to their check in. We have a list of things and profits. I don't know if you can put that list on there, but I had a list of all the things for flu. Do you have that
Mm-hmm.
by chance, Prophetess, that we can post again? It's like a checklist. I posted when everyone was having the of course COVID. I don't know if you have that list. Is she there?
Yeah, she's there. She's there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe you can post that if you can get a hold of that Prophetess.
Right. Uh-huh.
And we'll get that. I don't hear her. I can't hear her. She's on mute.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
All
on
right.
mute. Okay, that's all right. We'll get to it. All right, Big B, let's get started, buddy. We
Yeah,
we
man.
always start off with our testimonies. Family, I can't be with you a whole lot tonight because we're working on a project here. And with that project, I got a meeting right after this. So I'll be here till 8:45 tonight. 8:45. All right. So we try to get those questions in. So we want to go real quickly with any quick testimonies. Try to do some testimonies that anyone has, but we're trying to move forward a little bit. So if you have a testimony you want to share with the family, this is the time. The floor is officially open. Any testimonies? Because we say testimonies go a long way,
I
y'all.
know that's right. Yes,
So
sir.
if you
Yes,
got
sir.
something you want to share with us and it can be brief about it, come on, let us know. What do you have?
Anybody?
Anyone have a brief testimony about a something that's going on with them? It could be blood pressure. Mm-hmm. Could
I
be.
have a testimony.
All
Here,
right,
here
Bart. That
comes here
sound
comes the
like Bart.
voice.
That
That
sound
sounds
like
like the
Bart.
voice. Go ahead,
Man,
Big
Mark.
it's been
Bart.
a while. First, giving honors to God, give me the strength to continue on doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, man.
Hi, everyone. I pray and hope everybody had a blessed day today.
Indeed.
Because I sure enough had a blessed day today. And
Amen.
I had a doctor's appointment with my family physician, and I haven't seen him in almost a year.
All right
Mm.
now.
And I don't know. The reason why my insurance, I didn't have any more rides, so I couldn't get no rides out there no more. And
Mm-hmm.
they used to transport me back and forth. They stopped that too. So that's the reason why haven't been seeing my doctor, and I wasn't worried about, but they were.
Uh-huh.
So they finally said, "Well, Mr. Kins, we need to see you." So I said, "You know what? I paid out of pocket to go up there and prove to you that I'm doing good." So I took my happy butt up there, did what I had to do, and first they did a the blood test to see how my blood was. It was like 130 over 86, and the pulse was 77. So that was great. So I wasn't worried about that. So and they was like, "Oh, we're going to do a physical on you." I said, "Well, what y'all gonna have to do?" It take about 4 or 5 vials and take blood and see, what's going on with you. It's going to take about a week and you get your result. So they said, is everything going good with you? I said, everything's been perfect. So they did a whole thing and I said, no, everything is good. I'm great. So I left and I'm great. The blood pressure, the most important thing on the person's body. The blood pressure will detect what's going on with you. And I've been doing good with the blood pressure for years. I know I had a problem fluctuate back and forth back in the day, but I got it on point now. And thank you, Big B. That beet juice does wonders, bro. The beet juice.
Beet juice.
The beet juice.
Beet juice.
I'm beating it up. And thank y'all for the prayers. I'm not going to be here long myself. I got to go out here and exercise. I've been trying to exercise and I haven't been doing it for almost like 2 or 3 weeks, but I have to go because I've been stretching all that time. My walking has getting better. I'm working on a perfect walk better than what I was doing before. That's what I'm working on.
There you
and
go.
I appreciate
there you go,
the
buddy.
prayers. My body's back on point, y'all. I was going through a little something, but I'm over that now. Just got to keep it moving. And wait for my next walk, Dr. Paul. It's going to be a blessing.
All right, brother. Hey, everybody, come off mute for Mark Kinsey.
That's what's up. That's what's up, Mark. Yeah, man.
We support you, brother,
love.
and everything you're doing, man.
Love.
Continue to stay on point. With everything that you're doing, buddy. We support you. It's a long journey, buddy, but you know what? You have come a long way. Long way, man. Every time I see you take one step, I think about the doctors that told you that you would never do that one step.
Yeah,
so
man.
Congratulations
to you,
brother.
That was a lie.
Yeah, that was a lie. That was a lie.
From the door.
You remember I told you, what I tell you, the first thing I told you, I said, that's a lie. Didn't I tell you? I said, that's a lie. Don't believe it. And, let's just work on it. And then guess what? You got to be proving them wrong right now.
Yes,
so
sir.
continue to do your work, brother. All right?
Have to.
All right.
Appreciate the love.
No problem, brother. Always a pleasure. Hey, anybody else have a testimony? Anybody got a testimony? It doesn't have to be something big, y'all. It could be you help somebody else.
I know that's right.
Testimony happens when you're able to help somebody else through whatever this situation is, or what they've been going through. There's a lot going on here, buddy. So a lot of people are going through a lot of changes. If I were to say one thing that I get most of, I want y'all to really start to apply the principle. Do something. If there's one thing that comes across the table more than anything, Big B, is that when folks sit down and have their assessment, they say, I wish I would have known this. That's usually how it starts. That's the question. I wish I would have known this.
I know that's right, man.
Before I did this. Yes.
Yeah, but yes, sir.
That
yes,
means
sir.
that you don't have to turn the whole boat around. And, you do a little bit of something. It doesn't take a lot. Just a little bit is all you need. So take your time, family. Do a little bit of something. All right. All right. Anybody got a testimony, Big B, over there you got? Or
I'll go.
Go ahead.
I'll go.
Who is that? I'll go. Send me, Lord.
Send me, Lord. It's Ruth Presley, Dr. Paul.
Hey, what's up, Ruth? How you doing?
Hey, I am just grateful to God because when you stay on the path, good things happen.
Yes.
Sometimes people want stuff to happen overnight, not
right.
realizing that it took you how many years to get there.
Yep.
But I'm just grateful that my heart is still functioning normally. I am grateful that I am on no medications.
All right.
Wait a minute. Stop right there.
You know what
Let's
she said.
give Miss Ruby a
She
shout
snuck that one through.
Because she snuck that one through. Give her a hand, y'all. She's on no
Amen.
medication.
That's awesome. That's very awesome.
That was no medication. Come on.
Congratulations, Ruby.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Congrats.
I'm just, because people say how hard it is, but life is hard, so choose your heart. Is it harder to be sick?
Yeah.
Or harder to do what you got to do to get well? Which one? Which one to do?
Yeah.
So I continue to do what I got to do. You have to stay on the path. Just to,
that's right.
Every once in a while you get off a little bit, but come on back.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Come on back. Come on back. That's right.
Come on back.
Come on back.
Well,
Come on back. Dust yourself off.
Yeah, so
I'm elated.
congratulations to you. You stay on the path. I know you know everything. I can't tell you nothing because, as a matter of fact, you go in there and tell them more. You sit down with the doctor, be telling him what to do. Her.
Here's the thing.
They taking
She said,
notes from Miss
she
Ruth.
said,
Yes,
what?
she is.
Ruth said, what you talking
What?
about?
What you want? You're the information source for them
I
now.
know that's right. I know
You
that's
know,
right.
the big B, she go in there and tell them, right?
I
She go
know.
in there and tell them.
Yeah,
I,
man. Yeah,
well,
You
man.
know you go in there and tell them, right? You know you're doing wrong.
yeah, I do because I have to speak the truth in
That's
love.
right. That's
Yes,
all right.
you
Nothing wrong
do.
with that.
Yes, you
That's
do.
right.
When you know what you know,
Mm-hmm.
you got to share it.
You,
And
yeah, you can't never be the same. If you know somebody that you say, go down this road, and at the end of this road is going to be a hole. So hopefully you listen to me and go not be that way, but go another way. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
somebody keep going down that way and they fall in that hole, you say, hey, I told you so. You got it.
I,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that's me. I don't want anyone to say, "Why didn't you tell me?"
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Right, Dr. Paul?
That's
Be like,
right.
look, I didn't done told you.
Didn't told you.
I didn't done told you. I heard that now.
Yep.
Well,
Thank you, Miss
well.
Ruth. I appreciate you. Love you much.
Love y'all. Thank
Continue to
you.
stay
Yes,
on point. All
most
right. All
definitely.
right.
I
All right. As more folks come on in, I want to go into a little bit. Karam, you there? Karam there? Is Karam there?
Yeah,
Karam
he's
there?
yep.
Yes,
Yo,
yes, I'm
Karam, I
here.
got a new toy, bro. I got a
Oh,
toy. I got a
oh
toy.
boy.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Trying to one up me,
Hey,
Dr. Paul.
Uh,
Come on with
no,
it.
no, this is like, this boy toys,
I know, right?
we gotta share stuff that works. Well, I
Yes.
want to share with y'all something that I got, and it took me a long time because it must have came from China. I'll tell you, because it took forever to get. And this is actually called a frequency healing frequency generator. See this right
uh-oh.
here? You may have even
Uh-huh.
seen this online. This right here will generate all of the frequencies of anything that deals with healing for your body. How about that?
Wow.
So you can actually take this device, you plug it in, right to the side, plugs into your device. It can plug into any device like your headphones or to your stereo system or whatever you have. And then you program on the front of here any frequency, you just dial in the number and it gives you a perfect frequency for it. Now,
Look
this
out
goes
now.
off of the same concept and frequency of the Rife. They call it the Rife or the Reef or the Rife. It's a therapy that basically says that every disease falls in a certain frequency. So when you match that frequency, you can eliminate that disease. Ooh, boy, I tell you,
Whoa.
baby, this is some
Mm-hmm.
hairy stuff here, buddy. So this
Like
right here is a device that, matter of fact, I'm going to point you to the direction where you can order it if you decide to do this.
Dr.
But guess
Paul,
what? Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't know if Ruthie, you spotlighted her,
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let
but
me see.
she's the only one we can see.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There we go.
There we
Thanks,
go.
Okay, y'all
prophetess.
see
Thank
that
you.
now? Thank
Yes.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. I'm sorry. If you are joining us for the very first time, this is called a frequency healing frequency. And this actually is a device that if you let me move it to the close right there. See, y'all see that?
Yep.
Looks
Mm-hmm.
like a little CD player, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
But down here on the bottom, you can actually program any frequency for healing that you want. Perfect, and it gives you a perfect frequency. You
Mm.
take this device right here, put this in the side like your headphones or
Uh-huh.
whatever, and
Uh-huh.
you can program it for anything. Now, there are frequencies that are set for every disease on the planet. Did you know
Boy,
that?
you better stop. I need that one yesterday.
Yep, absolutely. That
That's
means
terrific.
everything, as the scripture says, everything that have life, praise the Lord.
Yes,
That means
amen.
even everything has a vibration. Even a rock has
Yeah.
a vibration.
Yep.
So with that, if you match that frequency, you can literally bring the body into a state of balance and healing. It's
Mm-hmm.
called the Rife or the Reef. There was a doctor that was Dr. Reef or Rife, they call him. He actually came out with this frequency and he did thousands of frequencies based on whatever your ailment was. So what you do, you have your personal one with this one right here, plug it in, and say, for instance, if it was something like, something with diabetes, well, you dial into a frequency for diabetes and just play it through your headphones. That's what you do.
Well, I can't say.
Yes,
Now
sir.
that's what's
Yes,
up.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now that's what's up.
And it helps to regenerate the body. That's what it does. So it would be for the pancreas. There's a frequency for the liver. There's a frequency for the brain. There's a frequency for disease, for immune system. There's a frequency for anything dealing with the lymphatic system. Everything in our body has a frequency, a tone, a color. Yes, and a vibration. So with that, you match that tone and it brings healing to that area. That's the whole concept of these generators. Now, I want to show you where you can get it. See, it's real cool, Big B. Look at this. They
Yeah,
come
man.
in with a case like this. Look at that.
Oh man, that's cool.
Woo! Look at
Oh.
that. So with that, you can actually, as a matter of fact, let me put on here. I'm gonna show you where the link is. How about I put a link on here? Is that
Yes,
cool?
because I was
Please.
looking for it
Yeah.
and I can't find it nowhere.
Yeah, it's a special link here.
Oh.
It took a while to get here, but guess what? When it got here, this thing is worth it. There it is right there.
And, I think my
You see it?
chiropractor uses something like that every time I go to him. But he
Yep.
heats it up. But if I can do it myself at home, they'll save the brother
Yes,
some
sir.
cash.
Yes,
too,
sir.
man.
You can set your own frequency for what
Yeah,
you
but-
need to do, for whatever
Yeah.
ailment you have.
Yeah,
Now
man.
it ties into they call it a resonance healing frequency.
Right.
So
Uh-huh.
if you see there, you'll see biohealing frequency generator. That's what it
Right.
is.
Okay.
Y'all got to get one of these. This thing is out of sight. You got to get one of these things. This thing is amazing. Look at the very bottom. Let me put this on. Let me dial in. I'm going to dial in and go to share. All right, I'm going to share this. Y'all can see it? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here it is. This is it. And what this is the biohealing frequency generator, version 2. Get yours today, limited bundle. Now, what's really good about it is it reduces stress, anxiety, reduces chronic pain, improves sleep quality, improves creative inspiration. There's frequencies for everything, y'all. When I say everything, there is something for everything.
Mm.
I want to show you at the bottom here. Struggling with sleep, pain, stress, emotional imbalances. See right here? This is the frequency generator right here. I want to show you something here. Here it is down here, somewhere down here. Here it is right here. See right here? It shows you the frequencies for what you deal with. So when you're dealing with anger issues, that's 150. Got it? Balances these energies out. Fear is 100. Grief. Apathy, yes, guilt, shame. Look at all these frequencies. See how low they are?
Mm.
See those low frequencies, or when you get into bad stuff? And these are a example of your chakra system on his side. So the higher your frequency is, the higher your frequency, the higher your energy for healing becomes. Got it? So that's why we have to raise our frequency. Lower chakra issues are down here. Anger, pride, fleshly issues. But as we rise that, it comes into levels of enlightenment. We expand our creativity and imagination. So you can dial into those frequencies by doing things like with this generator right here. And let me tell you, it's phenomenal because you know how you get to certain things. If you go with certain softwares, they won't give you the exact frequency. You'll get just the frequency like 432. Well, you can punch in. It's a digital image at the very bottom. Y'all can see right there. Can y'all see me also with that printer? That up? You can see me. Right?
It pops in and out, but most people
At
can't.
the very
right there's
bottom.
fine.
At the very bottom, you can punch in your frequency exactly to that frequency. That's what's amazing about this thing. I said, you know what? I can't give you an example because it actually has to plug into something, and I don't have a direct plug that goes into. But definitely, I would say, you remember we talked about the chakras. Here it is right here. Solfeggio frequencies, reduce physical energetic pain. That's 174 hertz. So you would just punch it in. 285 is healing tissue. It rejuvenates. Maybe you had a knee issue or something. Releasing guilt, grief, fear. It liberates the body, gets you inspired again. 417 restores well-being, releases emotional blockage. 528. Y'all see how these frequencies are as you go
Yeah,
up?
man.
Love frequency. Love frequency. There it is.
Look out,
Inner
look out,
peace
look out.
repairs DNA. 639. Enhances communication, understanding, balance. 741. Promotes self-expression and solution center. Yes, 852. And then raises awareness. That's awakens intuition. 963. All these are excellent. Here's the brainwave states. 101. Delta is when you're in a state of deep sleep
Side.
and healing. Theta is between the frequencies of 4 hertz and 7.5. That's when you get your vivid dreams. You know how you flowing in that state. And then if you get in that alpha state is 8 hertz to 13. That goes into relaxation and creativity. That's when you really cooking right there. If you're dealing with something trying to get your creativity and relaxation on, that's when you reach that what's called alpha state. And then when you get into the beta state, that's 13 hertz to 30 hertz, you're getting into alertness and problem solving. That means you're getting sharp with your creativity, and not only that, but your critical thinking. You know, ideas come and you start to now you start to access a lot of the left brain. So it's now critical, calculating, starting to really be alert on things. And then the last one is gamma. Gamma is insight and cognitive thinking. That's 30 hertz and above. So with this, you can set yours to any one. I have never met one, except for the actual Rife machine itself, which is actually a wand. This is the closest thing to a portable one that I could find on the internet. And I wanted to share it with the family. So it took a while to get here. Like I said, it must have been in China, but I finally got here. And I had it last week, Karen, but I didn't know how to work it. I looked at it. I said, "This thing is like." After a while, it's very simple to it's very simple to use. So you might want to get one of these. You got the link right there, family. You know, tune into these things. If you have problems sleeping, you know, here's from folks right here giving testimonies here. See the brother right here. You got so amazing, can tell a natural tone is how my body reacts and being to tingle. I am very happy with the purchase. See, these people are going through some great stuff. All right. So word to the wise is sufficient. Get your
I heard that.
frequency indicator, buddy.
So how often do you use it, Dr. Paul?
You can use it as often as you want to. Yep. Anytime
I mean, have you seen yourself change or?
Oh, absolutely. Frequencies. It's the frequencies and the vibrations are going to always get you in a state of relaxation. Mine is always going to be in the time of when I come home. I gotta
make sure you mute yourself, Mark.
I have to come and sort of like calm it down. You know what I mean? Because I'm with folks all day. Yep. Yeah. Mute yourself. So when I come home, I have to sort of unpack everything. That's what helps me unpack. You know, when I get into a frequency vibration, I can put that on. It's almost like a Walkman. Like I said, you put it on like your iPod or your cell phone when you plug it in and you just listen to the beats. You can hook it up also. Like I said, you can hook it up to your system if you have like your laptop or something like that, and then you can listen to it through your laptop. But it's an incredible device. Let me tell you, I love it. It's one of the best things that I found on the internet that actually can really deal with people's issues. You know what I mean?
Great.
So, but as we're looking for that, maybe I can find a healing. Let me see if I can healing. There's a book out called the Rife Healing Sound Frequency, Rife Healing Frequencies. And there's a book of nothing but a list of all your ailments. So all you would do is go down the actual ailment that you have, and then you go over to the frequency, you dial it in.
Oh, that's great. That's terrific. We would love to have that. Yes, indeed. They would love to have that.
No, man.
How does that device compare to the healing frequency centers that you can go to?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
That's why I said you can save your money, girl.
Now you got it in. Now you got it with your slippers on. Got it?
Well,
You got it right there. That's why I say it was one of the best purchases I ever made, because instead of going somewhere, you got it right there.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
mhm.
All right, family. That's my piece. That's my testimony
That's
for
your
today.
testimony,
That's
right?
my testimony for
I
today.
heard
All
that,
right.
boy. You go right ahead.
All
Anybody
right.
else have any more testimonies?
Anybody have any testimonies? Anything going on? If not, we go to the questions.
Okay.
We can go
I just,
to. Mhm.
I just want to talk about my students again. I love them.
Okay.
I'm continuing to educate them about water,
Mm.
and I'm very sensitive to the mucus that I hear that's in their nose, their throats. Even when they speak, sometimes there's like a copious amount of spit that comes up, and it blocks the words that come out of their mouth because there's so much saliva.
Mm.
And so my students are now, I drink Crystal Geyser water, but now I'm drinking Eternal water.
Mm-hmm.
They know about Eternal water now. My student had a bottle of water, and I told them, I said it should say the word source, but then I looked at her bottle. It said source, but it was a township authority that it was sourced from. So is that a sewer system?
Yeah, that's
Okay. So then I had to clarify, like, okay, the source has to come from the mountains, like on Eternal water, it said mountains or
Yeah.
spring.
Mhm.
And so they're 8 and 9-year-olds, they already realize and feel the difference between the water that they drink and the water that I give them. And so
Mhm.
now almost every day they're asking me for water, but I need to find some grant money so I can get water for these kids, because I hate to say no.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you could recommend something where I want to be able to supply water for them every day, because this is the only time when they come to their classroom that they can get good water.
Mhm. Well, it's really, I would say, don't take on that to yourself. That's the parents'
Yeah.
thing. You know, the
Yes.
parents
Yes.
have to be educated, because
Yes.
ultimately you want this to be a family affair. It's not just the
Yes.
babies getting it, but they need to be getting it too. They need to be
Yes.
making the effort to know why the water is better for you. That usually becomes a concern. Many people don't do it because they think water is water. It's not water. It's
Mhm.
not water. You know, as you've seen here, we've shown you that the water makes a difference when it's the right water. So if those that have children, you know, you want to do best for your family, I would say start with educating the parents. If there's any way that you, as a teacher, can start having maybe some events set, invitations just for parents. Talk about your
Yes.
child's health. You know, that
Mhm.
might not be a bad thing. It could be like once a week, you know, get down and start talking about the health of your children. Because that
Right.
really determines their value of how they hold and learn information. You
Right.
know,
And I did say to the students that you have to talk to your parents about getting you water. I told them some places they can find the water.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping that the children, do educate their parents as well. And I do plan to have an event where I'm going to invite the parents of my students. I'm going to honor them because of the wonderful job they've done with their children.
Mhm.
And so I plan to do a celebration of the parents. And so that would be an opportunity for me to speak to them then, and then also give them the opportunity to taste the water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. There you go. There you go. So
Mhm.
just, I'm sure they will be responsive to it, because
Yeah.
anyone that's, stepping outside the box, actually having a care for their child, I'm sure would be appreciative of all your efforts. So I would say definitely, forward that and just give them the information that you get from us, right here, because
Yes.
you know what to do. And it can be any water, that spring water bottle at the source. It doesn't have to be the Crystal Geyser, but it's if you can get any other water, just make sure it's the right water. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
have
Okay,
a
thank you.
suggestion.
Yes.
Uh, Grand Risings, everyone. This is Neetha.
Hey,
Hey,
Nita.
Nita.
I would
And everyone, I finally met Dr. Paul. Okay.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Well
It
done.
was great.
Go ahead,
It
Nita.
was great. Huh?
Yeah, she
Dorinda,
told me that
Doc-
today I almost passed out.
My suggestion is for the school teacher. I don't know what funds you get from the school, with your children, but if you would download Dr. Paul's Managing a Healthy Lifestyle, it's only 14 pages. If you can just download and print it, if they allow you to make copies at your school, that will, and when you do this event with the parents coming in, make sure they all get a copy of that. Talk about how important it is to read that information.
That's a great idea. Is it
Mhm.
translated to Spanish by any chance?
Mm,
I'm sure there's a way you can go online and get a Spanish version, but that's a great idea because it stimulates thought, and where
Yes.
it's not too over the top. It's just enough to absorb, to talk about the most important things. That was the whole goal of that small guide. It's a quick guide. So with that, we talk about the salt, the water, the circadian rhythm, the top 10 toxic foods. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
just enough to get things started. So thank you.
absolutely.
So thank you,
Thank
Nitha. That
you.
is a perfect idea. I
Because
think
I
that.
plan to,
Mhm.
when I did it, and I took it to Staples and I had it bounded in the rings. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to take it with me to Florida. I will go to Office Depot and I will make several copies and I will buy those folders that you can just, when you're doing papers, you can just slide it in because it has the plex to cover it.
Right.
Because there are several people here, I will be mailing them out and
Mm.
will be passing on the information to those in Florida as well.
And
Mhm.
what is it called? What is on the
It's,
website? Where do
it's
I go?
Dr. Paul's. You go to his website,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Managing a Healthy Lifestyle.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And your
So
hair looks beautiful, Nita.
Thank
I love
you.
it. Oh my gosh, I gotta get your
it looks it
recipe.
looks it looks good in person too. Let me tell
It
you.
looks good. I gotta get your recipe.
Thank you so much.
And it only
Yeah.
took you 3 years to see it.
See something.
I
Yes, it
tell
was
you,
great,
boy.
Nitha. It was great seeing Nitha,
Whole family.
and we had a great conversation. It got to the point where Nitha, when we sat down, I said, "We gotta start doing your assessment because you're talking too much. You're talking
Yes,
too much
it was
because
it was
because
awesome.
there's so much to talk about with this
Yes,
health thing, y'all. And I appreciate y'all so much because when you share the information, it goes a long way. One shall set 1,000 to flight. Two shall
Yes,
set
yes, yes.
10,000 to flight. When you talk
yes,
about this stuff, they thinking about you and the words you're saying. You think they don't think about what you're saying? They hear you.
absolutely.
Yes, they
People
are.
hear you.
They
People
hear
hear you.
you.
Especially those children. Children will be the first ones to say, "Mommy, yep, yep." I always love when parents come in with their children because the children are always going to tell you the truth.
I know
And
that's
when the
right.
children, when the parents are sitting up there saying, I say, "Well, how do you doing with this?" And the parent says, "Oh, well, I eat this all the time. I don't mess with none of that." No, that's not what you did last night. They tell on everything,
Get you in a heartbeat,
which
boy.
we do. You share this information because it does affect a lot of people. So congratulations. Thank you so much for the children and doing and being spot on with that. And we love you. Continue to do your work. If there's anything I can do to help you, let me know. Okay. And thank you,
Yes, thank
Nika.
you.
Appreciate those kind
Sure.
words. All right, let's see who else we have here, Big B. Anybody else before we got any questions over there?
Well, I don't think so. I don't see anyone else.
All
But
right.
Shelley had a question, Dr. Cole. She says, how can can a person tell if they have mercury in their body? Can
Mm.
that be the reason as to why there is a high rise in autism in children?
It is potential. There have been thoughts about any metals, all the metals, we have a lot of issues with that. You got to look at, you're not supposed to have metal in the body, period. That's it.
True.
And if so, it can cross into what's called the blood-brain barrier. You
Mhm.
got it, the marisol. A lot of that was removed out of a lot of the vaccines, thimerosal, but there's traces on other things. So you got to watch. It's called thimerosal, and thimerosal is mercury. So they used to have it heavy in these shots. So
Yes,
right now,
yes.
they're moving to pull this stuff out. I know you've heard right now. There's a lot of controversy going on with the new election of the Minister of Health,
Yeah.
which is going to
Yeah.
be Robert F. Kennedy,
Kennedy
and
Jr., right?
he's been on that train for a long time. He's been trying to get
Yes.
them to get rid of that court system that allowed them to not be sued. The pharmaceutical companies can't be sued. All of that stuff. So it should be very interesting moving forward. But each person in each situation is different. Chelation and some form of natural chelation is what we use to bring that out of the system. Things like not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent disease, just food for the soul. Things like um, things like zeolite, glutathione, anything
Mm-hmm.
green, any of the kelp things like that. You have to get tested for that to see if you've been exposed to that. There's a test for that.
Yeah.
So you may be able to go online and get a test for that. Matter of fact, you can do a detection. There's a heavy metal test that you can buy. Matter of fact, I've seen them in Whole Foods. Believe it or not, it's a kit, it's a box,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called a heavy metal testing kit. And what you do is you basically take any hair of your body, because it can be any pubic hair or any hair on your head, and you send it away, and then they'll give you in about a week or two, I guess about a few weeks or so, they'll come back with the results of everything that's in the system as far as heavy metals.
Mm-hmm.
So there's ways you can do it. So you
And I
want
just have another thought, Dr. Paul. Sorry for interrupting.
It's all right.
For those who know that they may have metal, or as a preventive, and Dr. Burton talks about it in his book, but he does IV chelation therapy.
Yes, he does.
You know.
Dr. Burton does that. Yep.
Yeah,
Chelation
yeah.
therapy.
It's not
it's-
covered by insurance, so
Yeah.
but and he has saved quite a few patients from having open heart surgery.
Mhm. Yeah,
So-
there you go.
So
Yep.
it's not going to be
EPA.
approved most likely, because these cardiologists do not want that to happen.
No,
That's right. That's right.
Yes,
But we have so much metals that are in the system. Lead being one. Lead.
Right.
Primary.
Let me tell you, there's so much going on with the lead now. So it's making its turn now. Remember a time when we was talking about the lead paints?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yep,
a lot
yep.
of homes that are still, never checked for. None of these homes have never been checked. So there's a lot of lead, a lot of cadmium, a lot of mercury, all those things. So get a heavy metal testing kit. As a matter of fact, if you go online, you can go right to Amazon, or like I said, like Nita said, call Dr. Burton. Give him a call and kind of get that stuff out of you. There's one called All New 20-in-1. There's a lot of them here. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find one. Big B, go ahead with the test. I'm gonna see if I can get a heavy metal.
Okay, I see Marcia's hand. Marcia, you had a question?
Yeah, I had. What about knee replacement? Is that a part with the metal?
I was just going to ask that question. So
What was that?
Vaughn put a question, can you rebuild your knee cartilage? Is that the same kind of thing you're talking about, Marcia?
Absolutely.
No, I'm saying about the knee replacement, the metal in my knee.
Oh, knee.
Yeah. So you're saying that you have that in your knee right now?
Knee replacement, yes.
Yeah, well, you have it for the structure. It's giving you structure right now. So there's certain things I would do on a regular basis, which is like the glutathione. I would keep that in the rotation on a regular basis. So every change of seasons, because you have that, I would do a detox, a heavy metal detox.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Glutathione,
Glutathione. Yeah, glutathione. All right, I found one right here. I think I got one. This actually, no, that's not. That's for heavy metal. That's actually in testing water, not that one. Keep talking, Big B.
Okay, then
the next one.
all right, let's go to Vaughn. Vaughn had a question too, which is somewhat similar to Marcy's. Can you rebuild knee cartilage, Dr. Craig?
Absolutely. We do it all the time. Yep. Cartilage is something that we use the omegas, the omega 3, 6, 7, and 9. That's what we do. So things like the sea buckthorn, are excellent for it. Yep. Sea buckthorn, MSM,
Right.
things like that. Yep. We do a lot of ways we regenerate that. Staying on an alkaline-based diet. That is
Right.
another one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was a comment also by Mary Louise. And she said that Crystal Geyser Water Company shuts down, will be shutting down in January. I went and I found the article. What it says is as of late December, Crystal Geyser Sparkling Water in what is it, Council of California were closing their particular plant. Okay, not getting rid of Crystal Geyser Water, just that one plant. Crystal Geyser is
Yeah.
not going anywhere, y'all.
It's the
Actually, that's
carbonated.
that's an old article.
That's an old article. That's
That's an old
23.
article. Yeah, that's
23.
yeah. It's what happened. I addressed this on the radio several times.
Right.
And what happened is, remember, they got caught for. That's the same location that got caught and fined for the carbonization line.
Yes,
Carbonated
exactly.
line. See, they do carbonization just like everybody else. The bottle companies want to expand their horizons to make more money.
Right.
But they got caught disposing it in the wrong way. Whether it was by, they say negligence or they just didn't know, I don't know. But the whole point was in the actual lawsuit, it says has nothing to do with the actual water. So read that article in there.
Yes,
and it was that specific one that happened about a year ago.
Yep, 23.
But it's something that we have to concern ourselves with. See, they're going to throw those articles out there and probably throw the Crystal Geyser bottle on the front. So it makes you think that that's the one that's getting the problem. See, they want this water out your hands. I keep telling y'all.
Why are y'all trying to be healthy? What's up with you?
This water's messing stuff up.
I know, that's right.
But in there, it actually says that was the one that needed to go anyway, because they were doing the specifically carbonated beverages. And guess what? They figured out we didn't need it anyway, because we got this good water and we selling the good water and it sells for itself, man.
So why mess with a good thing?
Why mess with a good thing? But thank you, Mary Louise. Appreciate you.
Yep, indeed. Okay, we got Yvette up in the corner, Dr. Paul. Yvette, you there? And then Clarinda. Yvette?
Yes, greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
I'm new to the community, and I just started. I took advantage of the Black Friday sale and purchased the green powder, and I really like how my body's responding to the powder. So I wanted to know if I decide, well, I'm looking to just do water and green powder 3 times a day. Do you recommend that?
Oh, absolutely. The green drink is a meal replacement, it's a meal supplement, and it's a multivitamin. So it allows you to start to assimilate. And now when you get that energy, you're getting energy that we say we haven't had in a long time, or we can't get it up here in this northern hemisphere. So that's why your body is responding to real energy. The amazing things that happen when we get real energy is it is above and over the top, because you start to say, you know what? I thought I always had that knee problem. I thought I always had that something going on, or that scar was on my arm starting to fade away, or that thing that was in my rotator cuff. All these things start to just sort of fade away, because now the body says, now you gave me enough energy to do what I can do so I can correct the problem. So yes, you can take it. You can take it 3 times a day if you like to. It is a nutrient. It is a meal replacement. And absolutely, it is a multivitamin. Okay?
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. And one more question, actually 2. What brand do you recommend for D3 and monk fruit? Is there a particular brand that you recommend?
Yeah, let's start with the monk fruit first. Make sure it's the monk fruit. I recommend a brand called Pure Monk. It's called Pure Monk. Because some of the monk fruits, they are adding erythritol and xylitol. I do not recommend any tols. Got it? Because there have been the tols, erythritol, and xylitol. I've been saying for years, these things will cause any derivative of sugar is going to cause dehydration in the body. It's going to pull moisture out of you, and it will cause arteries to collapse. And literally, that's where heart attacks and strokes. Then here we go. Then we big B, couple months back. About 6 months later, they said erythritol and xylitol causing heart attack and strokes. I said, look, y'all, body is a righteous temple and only looks for the best. And if you give it anything less than the correct thing, which is the best, he's gonna show you disease. That's it. So definitely Pure Monk is one of many, but just make sure it doesn't have any derivatives in it. Okay. The other thing, what was the other first question? The other first question was
vitamin D3.
Okay, vitamin D3, I recommend liquid vitamin D3. Now, if you've had an issue with, issues with liver, most people are having a little problem with D3 sometimes if you've had liver issues. Because any oils, remember D3 is cholecalciferol. That is actually from lanolin and essential oils. So that means the lanolin comes from the sheep, but that essential oils, some of them are too dense for some people. So it causes the liver to actually work a little extra and has to do an extra step. Now, D2 tends to be a better fit for most people. If you want to just first time going at this, D2 is ergocalciferol, which actually comes from plant life. That would be like the mushrooms, things like that. They tend to work a lot better and a lot easier on the body. So that would come from plant-based. So liquid, if you can get it, there's a brand called Blue Bonnet. Blue Bonnet. Blue Bonnet has a excellent drop version, and it's a liquid, goes right under the tongue. 5,000 per drop. Y'all can't beat that. 5,000 IUs per drop. Now, what we do is per season is based on how many IUs you get. So we're in the fall, about to go into the winter. So that's going to be somewhere around 10,000 IUs. Got it? That's where you should be. That's where your number should be. And then when the spring and summer comes back around, that's about 5,000 IUs. Now, along with one last point, I would add the triple boron. Triple boron, BORON. Boron is an element that actually is a catalyst for vitamin D. It actually helps to allow the body to absorb it better. So those that come from areas like the islands and y'all come into the U.S., this stuff ain't good for y'all. If you're from the islands, you're from Africa, you from, down to South America, you listening right now, y'all got to sign, because remember, you're not from here. You're from closer to the equator. So it tends to be a problem at certain times of the year. Specifically, I call it the blackout zone, Big B. The blackout zone. And that blackout zone happens to be from the end of October to the following year around April, end of April of every year. That's the time.
Long time, buddy.
Yeah, most people in that time, man, have a difficult time. Those that need a lot of sun and their DNA is from closer to the equator, y'all got a rough time. That's depression, anxiety, you kind of going through stuff, emotions, a lot of stuff. Chronic diseases for people in general, people of color, tend to have more issues around that time. They did a study and showed that more breakups, more financial disagreements, more murders, more suicide, all of that stuff is between those months. More people diagnosed with disease in that month. So what does that mean? That vitamin D, you got to get that number up. So unless you're flying down to the islands and staying for a couple of months,
I wish.
Would be nice. That would be nice.
Yeah.
That might not be a bad idea if you're from one of those countries that are close there. Say, I'm going home for a while. I'll come back when it get warm outside. All right.
I heard that. I heard
all
that.
right, Yvette. So
all right.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right,
no
Yvette.
problem. Take
You
care.
got it.
All right.
Another event. Oh.
All right, Dr. P, did you
All
find
right.
your piece? If not, we can go to Clorinda up in the corner. Clorinda?
Yes.
Before
Clorinda?
you go
Okay.
there, I'm sorry, Dr.
Sure.
Paul, you were talking about rebuilding the cartilage and stuff.
Oh, yes.
You use omega what? The omegas
Omega 3, 6, 7, and 9. Yep.
6, 3, 6,
7 and 9.
7 and 9. Yep. Yep. And that's plant-based. That's plant-based. Sea buckthorn is plant-based. Yep.
Hey, guys, listen. Anytime Prophetess wants to interrupt, she can do it because girlfriend's fingers be flying, and we don't want her to miss nothing.
No, you don't miss nothing.
All right. All right, Clorinda, you can go.
Okay, Dr. Paul, under the MSM, difference between the granules versus the flakes.
Granules, just a little granules, just the way they process it. Flakes tend to be more absorbent. That's why people say get the coarse flakes.
Okay.
The coarse flakes tend to absorb into the system a lot faster. The other ones it's still good. It's still good. It's just a little bit of rate of assimilation a little bit better with the coarse flakes. That's why
Okay.
we recommend the coarse flakes. Yeah.
Okay. And the other day, every month I have to do something. I'm the clinical director of the Plasma Donation Center in town. So every month I have to do a teaching session with the nurses. And
All
so
right.
this month when I did it, I said, okay, we're going to go healthy and totally natural. And one of the guys who is on a waiting list for the second time for a second heart transplant said, he made the comment, he said, she's probably going to tell us something about mummifying ourselves from the inside out. I said, it's funny you should mention that because it's exactly what we're going to talk
Mummifying. Embalming yourself.
Because nobody because I told them all, based on their weight, how much water they should be drinking. None of them was even 25% of where they should be. So I said, you're actually mummifying yourself. I said, plus with the processed foods that you all eat, I said, it's drawing fluid out of your system so that you're not getting all, I said, you're literally drying yourself from the inside out. And I showed them the pH chart and the foods they're like, what is this? I never heard of this. You probably need to be eating it because it's alkaline.
Yeah,
so you might want to start changing stuff up. So
Dr. Corinna, that is awesome. You know what? I thank you so much. Let's give her a hand, y'all.
That's right. See,
let me
that's
tell
what's
you,
up.
everybody come off mute for her.
As always. Corinna don't take no prisoners. I love that. Just take it out.
Her and Neetha be finding that good trouble, boy. They get in that good trouble.
The rebels, revolution.
Right.
Yes.
Hallelujah. As grandpapa said, the sandpaper to your backside. The sandpaper to your backside.
Oh man.
You building soldiers out there. You making soldiers.
Yes, she is absolutely, and that's where that conversation will never leave them. They will never forget you.
No, that's exactly right.
Oh, and I printed it off.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I printed it off in color and made them go get it. That and what else was it? There was something else. I think it was maybe the toxic foods.
The 10 toxic foods.
Yeah, I think that's what else it was. But they're gonna get a little bit of something every month, so they might as well be prepared.
Yeah, you gotta slow walk them. We say crawl, walk, run. Give it.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Like bad medicine.
Well,
take it slow.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yep. All right, let's see who else we got there.
Okay, we got Yvette up there. Yvette.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay.
What's up, Yvette? Where you been, girl? Where you been, girl? Where you been?
I've been doing everything. Remember, I shared about taking my green drink regularly, and my trigger finger doesn't get stuck anymore.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But anyway, this is another question. I know you say glaucoma is dirty eyes, and I do have my Christopher's eye wash. I keep everything you tell us to get. I get it, and it's in the cabinet. I mean, I use it sometimes, but how often could I wash my eyes? I went to the eye doctor today, and they're going to say they see a little film of glaucoma. I'm too young for that.
There you go. I'm too young for that.
Hey, isn't that a song?
How often can I use the eye wash? I know you call it dirty eyes. I know you call it dirty eyes, or it's too much sugar in the system.
Yeah, it's basically mucus building up, and with that, the mucus is going to be the cataracts, and then the pressure of the cataracts is going to create glaucoma. So with that, you just want to do a good detox. You can start with, we always start with, of course, you're using the crystal geyser or alkaline. Just flush every night, and with that, room temperature does work better. But also, you may want to start to do those hot compresses. We talked about the hot compresses. You take a washcloth, run it under hot water, rinse it well, and then place it right over the eyes. That does a lot to break down that mucus also in the eye.
Okay.
So have you ever tried that one?
No.
Okay, it's gonna be like a massage. When the first time it hits you, you're just gonna melt. You're gonna be like, oh, why didn't I do this a long time ago? The thermal activity breaks a lot of that down. That the thermal activity, which is the heat, definitely becomes a beneficial part of the loosening up that plaque that's in there. Of course, watch your dairy, keep your water up, and I know you're doing all those things, and just kind of balance it as the best way you can. Okay. But start with the rinsing of the eyes, and hot compresses is what I would do. In addition to the Dr. Christopher's, what you're already doing. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. One more question. What did you say? What is lecithin good for again?
Lecithin is good for the intestines. It's good for moving the digestive tract. So lecithin you'll find in a lot of things like colon cleanses, things like that. It moves that digestive tract to actually cause the body to start to move the system. You know, like the wave that goes on in the intestines is very good to push that. And when people lose that or have what's called a retard system, which means it's slowed down, it can't move. So lecithin goes in and starts to move that. So that's why you'll see it in a lot of the colon cleanses, a lot of like with psyllium husk, thing like Cascara sagrada, they'll add like a lecithin with that.
Okay. So I wouldn't take that in the aloe gel. So I would take either or, whichever
No,
one works.
you could actually, there's combinations. I've seen people combine that. Yep. Aloe vera with lecithin. Yep. You can do that.
Oh, okay.
Is that why how you were introduced to it?
No. Well, when I came to see you, I needed to have the aloe gel juice because of my gut, to get my gut back in order. And I know we talked about lecithin on here, but I just couldn't remember. I have it in my closet too. I just couldn't remember what it was good for. Okay.
Yeah. Most of the lecithin comes from sunflower. That's usually where most of it comes from.
Okay.
Sunflower. So you can even buy raw sunflower lecithin. You can buy it. Like and stuff. If you go online, you can maybe let me see if I can find one for you. Sunflower lecithin. Yep, here's one right here. Sunflower lecithin, and let's see, non-GMO, soy-free, choline lactation supply, farm source. Yep, here's some right here. Let's see here. Yep, let me see if y'all want to see this one. Let me see it. Change the micronutrients. Yeah, here's one right here.
It's good for the intestine. So in other words, that's better than acidophilus.
Well, yes, and because remember, there's no specific right thing. The only right thing is the right thing for you.
For you.
Okay.
So everybody has a certain need.
Right.
So,
okay.
We kind of go with, somebody will say, well, what's the best herb? Well, the best herb is the one for you. That's what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And let me see here. Yeah, they have the lecithin gels here. These are the gels right here. Yeah, these are the gel. Non-GMO gluten. Let me put this on here so y'all can see it. And this is just something, there's tons of stuff out there. The great thing about now, the availability of so much stuff that's out here. This one right here is $10 on Amazon. You can't beat this, y'all. This is a good one. Let's see. Let me zoom here, baby. I'm going to share this one. All right.
There we go.
See that? Can you see that?
Sunflower lecithin. Hey guys, make sure you mute yourselves. There you go. Sunflower lecithin, Dr. Bay, 1600.
There you go. $10. What a deal.
Oh, wow.
300 gels.
And you get 300. Okay.
Yes. Stuff like that will help. And you know what people will take that for? They'll take it right after they eat. And it helps your digestion. Yep. Helps the digestion.
Okay.
It also helps the joints and ligaments too. So it can help with issues. It's brain health support. See, they telling you what it's good for also. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of good stuff. Soft gels too. And you can't beat that deal. That's $10. I might grab that one myself. Right?
You say you're gonna get some yourself.
I might have to grab that one myself. Right there. I have to grab that one. But that's good stuff. See, knowledge is power. So when you got that information, see, those things can help you with your digestion. So aloe vera would be a good complement to that.
Right.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Good compliment.
All right. We have a question outside to come back up in the corner. The question
all right, thank you, Yvette. Appreciate you.
Comment and the question here is: I had 2 stents put in off medicine using nantikinase to assist shortness of breath, walking steps, and I also have nosebleeds. That's from Tony. Tony, you still on with us?
And so, what was the question now?
It said had 2 stents put in off medicine using nattokinase to assist with blood clots, but have shortness of breath, walking steps, and have nosebleeds.
Yep. So I believe you're talking about the nanokinase, which is actually that's actually a fermentation.
Okay.
So I really don't really get into that. I mean, some people have seen some benefits from it. I don't really support that. Whenever you have shortness of breath and things like that, you got to get an assessment. That's what I test for, which is the RM3A. That deals with endothelial disruption. If he's had two stents, you said 2 stents?
2 stents, yes.
Yeah, 2 stents means that the dilation is shrinking. So of course they're going to cut, rip, or burn something out. They're going to throw something to try to open those areas up. But what we do is we dilate. So first thing is your water's got to be on point. Got it? Spring water bottle at the source. Number one, you got to start to implement those foods that dilate. The dilators are the beets, like Big B's beets over there.
Yeah,
you got it? Things like asparagus, cayenne pepper, things like parsley, things like bok choy. These are dilators. Things like arugula. All of these things start to dilate so they can get that things moving. You got to get that stuff moving. So I would say that whatever your choice is, come on in and get an assessment. What he's dealing with, it sounds like that's endothelial disruption. That means the things are getting congested. So when the heart pumps, it's got to pump it back to the heart. So when that starts to slow down, that's where congestive heart failure issues are. Got it? So kava kava works very good. Kava kava, or I'm sorry, not kava kava, kamu kamu. I'm mixing my stuff up. Kava kava is relaxation. That actually helps too. But kamu kamu is excellent. That's vitamin C. That will dilate. There's a lot of people that take that that kamu kamu is vitamin C. Hibiscus is good. Hibiscus. Rooibos, that is actually good. So all of these are dilators that help to move that stuff so it opens up those areas. Got it? All right, hopefully that helps.
All right. Now there's a hand up. There's no name. It just says CGHS iPhone. You there? There we go. All right, go ahead.
So I had 2 questions. One, good friend of mine, her husband's been coughing since August, and I told him not to take those antibiotics. I told him to take the golden cell route, 10 days on, 5 days off, 10 days on and stop, 30 days repeat. But he didn't listen to me. So, but the doctor, they keep giving him chest x-rays. They don't know what's wrong with him. And he just can't stop coughing. But I suggested to get rid of the monkey that they got since August. So I think maybe that could be the issue.
The what now?
Did you say a monkey?
Did you say a monkey? You got a monkey?
Yes, a monkey.
I thought I was hearing things.
I did too. I thought I was getting ready to go somewhere.
You got a monkey? Oh, man. All right. So you got to watch because animals do
carry things. Yes,
carry
they
a
do.
lot of bacteria. And this is also for dogs and cats too. They carry translucent mites and also things like translucent worms. And just by you having animals, you have to keep your surrounding clear at all time. See, they go out and they'll go out into, do their business out in, when you take them for a walk and if they're going in the grass, there's other dogs that go in that grass.
Yeah.
So what they're doing, just like them with the monkey, he takes the monkey out somewhere to relieve himself, right? So what happens is that area can get on the feet or the paws or the bottoms. And therefore, when they start licking, guess what? Now it's in their system. Now they come in and say, how you doing? Start licking you.
And that's the truth.
You got it. That's how it moves. That's how it moves.
I just saw a man, Dr. Paul, who's losing his nose. He's lost both his hands and his feet. And he's losing his nose because he let his dog lick him.
Yeah, because the dog actually contracted a flesh-eating disease from when they were walking them. It happens in the poop. It's in the poop. You know, there's a lot of, diseases that the animals are getting also in their gut lining. And that stuff, because, animals will do animal things.
They do what they do.
So some people, so when you have an animal like that, you absolutely have to be very clear about that. Now, I'm going to say one more thing to that. I would tell him to get, on top of that as soon as possible. Because what happens is whenever you have something that's like a cough and it's kind of raggedy and kind of sticks around a long time, a lot of people will attack it with antibiotics, but in most cases, it can be not just bacterial, it can be fungal.
Yes.
Got it? Fungal. A lot of that mucus sits in that. And if he's eating cheese and a whole lot of other stuff, milk and dairy, that thing ain't going nowhere. That thing gonna get right in there. So what happens is you got to get them on that top 10 list. And, no dairy products. You have to be an understanding that you can have that stuff and it'll stick around for a long time. You got to get rid of that. And then especially in a season like flu season, it'd be different if it was in winter, if it was in summertime, but this is winter going into winter. So it can only get I would say more challenging for him. So I would definitely encourage him to come on in for an assessment or something that he can do. But you told him right though. The Golden Seal works. Golden Seal is for that. Horehound is for that.
And his wife was telling him to do the oregano, but
yep, oregano oil. His wife was spot on. I got to back the wife up on this one. Yep, she was spot on because it deals with fungus. That's a fungus. So oregano oil would be probably the first thing I would do. Yep, that would be the first thing. So she's spot on. Yeah.
And now the second question is, my little cousin has left foot keeps swelling. So the Jefferson Hospital told her it was anemia in her left foot like 2 months ago, and it keep coming back every time she eats certain foods. So
yeah, that's food. It's all food. That's what it is. How old is it? You said it was
23.
She's 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's blockage also. So she's got to be careful with that. Because even if you're, I always tell y'all, age has nothing to do with this, y'all. Age has nothing to do with this. Meaning that I have some of my, the most chronic conditions are young folks in their 20s, in their teens and 20s. Can't make it from my front door to my chair, to sitting down in my office. So what happens is you got to start to, get her off of the, the refined sugar, refined salts, no junk food, stay off processed foods, all of that. You got to we have to sort of hold our family accountable with the stuff.
That's right.
It's going to be the salt, that's the processed oils, the ultra processed foods, all that stuff adds up. That's the body speaking to her. The body's saying, look, I don't like that. Don't bring that in there no more. That's why it's swelling up. That's why it's swelling up. Okay?
All right.
All right.
This one wasn't on the list, but I heard somebody mention how often should they do that eye wash for the glaucoma? Because I'm suspect glaucoma, but I didn't get my eyes checked yet. So
yeah, you can do it as often as you want to. I would say if you have an eye issue, you can take room temperature like a crystal geyser and just do it every time you go to bed, before you go to bed.
Cool.
Left eye, rinse it, drop it, then fresh for each side of the eye.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Dr.
much.
P,
Appreciate
we've got 3 more questions and we're at 32. I want to make sure that everybody understands. These will be the last 3 that we can get because Dr. Paul, it's 30. He's got to get out of here at 45.
Yes,
all right.
I got to get out of here
Because
at 45.
yes, sir.
So anybody else have questions? Yes.
All right. Ruth, you're next.
At 45 then.
Yeah, we're out at 45.
Ruth. Y'all stop talking so I can do this quick. Come on now.
Yo, shut up. She told everybody to shut up.
Go ahead, Ruth. Go ahead, Ruth.
Yes, you did, Ruth. You told everybody to shut up. All right.
Sorry. Dr. Paul, you love me just the way I am.
Just the way she is. That's all.
This is someone that asked me to ask this question. They are drinking the green drink once a day.
Okay.
They're also taking the Eliminator and the colon cleanse They're taking one capsule. So it's 6 capsules. They're taking one of each capsule 3 times a day. Is that too much?
I would start with the colon cleanse first and then move to the eliminator. Okay. I mean, now it's always colon cleanse first, sweep second. Because remember, when you start to cleanse, those are herbs specifically designed to go in and start to flush the debris out of the intestines. Then remember, parasites are sentient. That means that they realize, hey, somebody trying to get rid of us. So they will start to spawn more larvae, more eggs. That's when you got to follow up. Always when you cleanse, follow by a sweep. That's why we say do it in that order. You can't go wrong with either one, though. I'm gonna tell you, it's just what's recommended. You can't go wrong. So what she's doing, remember, it's all food, so you can't mess up. So, but if you want to do it in a way that maybe it can be a quicker result, that would be cleanse first and then followed by a sweep.
Okay. Awesome, thank you. Just one. This is a quick one. Is you drinking the aloe vera gel or the aloe vera juice, or does it make a difference? As long as you're
Yes, the gel becomes more effective for those who have serious digestive issues. Like if you have issues with diverticulitis, IBS, Crohn's disease, anything like that that's dealing with inflammation, any just issues with bowel movements, period, and you can't go. That's why we would use the aloe vera gel. It just works a lot better. It's also good for ulcers in the body. So ulcers, things that basically people will deal with digestive when they want to get it back in order. Also hernias, any issue with hernia activity, definitely aloe vera gel. It does have an astringent property, so it pulls in. So I would definitely say the gel versus the juice. Now the juice is not bad though. You can add the juice. If you're juicing, you can add that to your favorite juice, or you can even add that to the green drink also. I think it works better. It just works a little better with the gel, especially with the esophagus and things like that. If you got burning in the esophagus.
Okay.
And also, as host or hostess, you can mute people. You don't have to tell. You can do it yourself.
That's
about to speak. I'm just saying.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Okay. All right. We got Queen Bee and Vanessa and Quincy. Queen, you there?
Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Mute yourself. If you're not talking, please mute yourself. Keep yourself muted. Okay. If you're not talking, please mute. Okay. All right, Queen Bee, go ahead.
Okay, Dr. Paul, I'm traveling to the Caribbean for the holidays. What should I do in terms of traveling on an airplane?
Yeah, you look like you're traveling right now.
Yes, I'm driving. Sorry.
Be careful now. Be careful.
Please be careful, Queen.
All right. So if you're going to Caribbean, we always say the colon cleanse, parasite cleanse. Based on your time that you're over there, we say before, during, and after we're doing a cleanse constantly. So that would be the colon cleanse that we just talked about. Preparing yourself, of course, watch your food, watch your water while you're there. Any food you're not used to having on a regular basis, be careful. Okay, you got to make sure don't get too experimental. With certain food. If you're not familiar with it, be careful. If you want to be sure, you would take the parasite cleanse always before you eat. That's what I always, if I go out to a restaurant and I've never been there before, I would always take the parasite formula. That's what I would use, just before you go in there. But in this whole system, you want to do a cleanse, every colon cleanse, followed by a parasite cleanse before you leave, while you're there. When you're leaving, by the way. Did she leave?
On the 31st.
On the 31st?
31st.
Okay, so you got a little time. So I would start right now with the colon cleanse. Okay. And then as your time gets closer to that day, you would start to introduce the parasite cleanse, because if you're starting to eat, that's more effective for diet when you're dealing with foods. As far as protection from food borne viruses and things like that may be in contaminated foods. That would be the parasite formula that I would go for.
All right, I'll get that. Thank you so much.
All right,
thank you. Also, the last little question, my mother is seeing things. She's seeing people on TV waving at her, and last night she saw 30 people in the backyard carrying heavy barrels, and then they were carrying a large animal, wooden animal, and she's saying that I'm not sick, nothing is wrong with me. I'm telling you, I saw this, which she did not see. How could we help her?
Prayer.
Okay, now she says she's seeing what now?
Okay.
She's seeing
seeing groups of people in the backyard in the middle
A
of
lot
the
of people
night.
waving at her, Dr. P.
And they're waving at her?
The people on TV are waving at
See,
her.
the people on TV are waving at her.
Wow, that's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
That's a metaphysical right there. Yes. And she said the people on TV are waving at her.
Yes.
Okay.
Let us pray.
Yeah, you just gotta, kind of, keep her in check with the water. Make sure she's hydrated. Okay.
Yeah.
Because usually when you start getting, things that are going on, and here's the thing. See, I never discount any of this stuff because metaphysically, there's spiritual realms that
Things
you
do
can't
strange
see.
things.
You can't see that are happening right in front of us. You got it? And whenever that happens, if you're attuned to a certain frequency, you can start to open up and see a whole lot going on. And just one real quick side story. I was teaching a class at a senior center back a while ago, and we were sitting in there, and of course I was having the conversation. It came up about medication. So I asked everybody what they were taking. And everybody was going down the line, I'm taking this. And then this one lady was in the corner. She was in her late 80s, going almost 90 years old. And she says, yes, I take, medication every day. And she says, matter of fact, when I take my medication, I sit in my favorite chair, and my friend comes in and sits in his favorite chair, and that chair is right in front of mine. And then everybody's like, speaking. She said, he comes right through the wall and he sits right in his chair.
Amen.
And we were sitting there and they started laughing. I wasn't laughing because I don't laugh at this because I know this is the spiritual realm. And then when she told me what I said, well, what medication are you taking? She was taking a high psychotropic. And that psychotropic had a lot to do with, of course, things like hallucinations. But really what's happening is tapping into the pineal gland. See, the pineal gland is opening up. And that's what I'm saying. We would have to sit down and talk to you a little bit more, and I would have more questions for your mother. Is it your mother, you said? Is your mom?
Yeah,
I
she's
would have
83.
Right. I would have more questions for her because that would really be, some of the things she's eating, she's starting to clear out. Some things she's seeing, I don't discount anything. She's talking to the right one when she talked to me. I would say, get an explanation, talk about what's happening. Pineal gland will show you some stuff. It will open up. Yep. So it's not hallucination. It's actually sometimes you can tap into that unseen world. So, all right. So, when you come back, let's talk about it. All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, Dr. P. We got Vanessa and
Appreciate
Quincy.
it.
All right, thank you, man. Go ahead.
Hey guys, listen, I know it's late, but real quick, I heard you speaking about D3. That's my question. My D3 has gelatin, which I didn't realize. I'm taking my green drink twice a day, 3 scoops. Do I need to take D3 also?
Necessarily. D3 is just good for everybody during this time of year because you're not getting enough. So having that with the green drink is fine. That's fine.
But if I don't really want to take the oil because I don't think I want to do the oil. Where can I find D3 without gelatin? I can't find it.
Right. You can go online, punch in Blue Bonnet. That's the one I just.
Oh, great. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Blue Bonnet. And Blue Bonnet has the drops.
Okay.
D3. And let me see here. It looks like, here it is right here. Okay, I can show y'all real quick. Liquid 3 and it's 5,000 per drop.
Okay.
So that's a good one. At most, we kind of roll in that realm. Remember, you're doing about 10,000. So can y'all see it?
Okay. Yep.
There it is right there. Citrus flavor. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I recommend. That's the one I take right there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right, next
And-
question.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
Next question is my toenail turned black. I mean, I don't know why it turned black. And I bought different things over the counter, but it's still turning. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
My
Yep.
phone. I'm trying to turn my telephone off. But my toenail, one of my toenails just turned black. What do I do in that situation?
Well, anytime toenails turn black, that's liver. That's liver. Usually that's the sign. Traditionally, when we do nails and we assess the nails, that's coming from usually liver. So we got a liver detox is in order. Yep. And it may be just one nail that's happening. But
It is.
Then which one is it?
It's my ring. I guess you call it the ring toe.
The ring toe?
Next to the pinky.
Yeah. So what is it? Left side, right side?
Right side.
Right side. Okay. That usually there is a chart. There's a Reiki chart, not a Reiki chart, but there's a foot reflexology chart that we have that I would, that you can matter of fact, you can probably look it up. Really, everything is so convenient nowadays. It's
And Dr. Paul, if she has a hammer toe, if it kind of hurts, because I had that problem too.
No, it's not a hammer toe. It's just a regular toe. It's an old toe.
So if I were to say that is sinuses, toxicity in the sinuses.
45, Dr. P.
Soybean oil. Yeah, did you get her yet?
Yeah. So that's you said the right or the left foot?
What's the right foot?
Oh, that's the neck. That's the neck area.
Well, guess what? I do see a black dot on my big toe on the other foot, like a little tiny black dot's coming on my left foot.
So now, whenever you talk about the toe, that's always head and brain. That deals with the brain. So toxicity could be stress of the brain, things like that. We're talking about reflexology now, y'all. That's what this is, reflexology. So you would have to do an assessment to be sure, but usually, let me see here. I'm going to show y'all one more chart. This is just an example of a chart right here. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
See? So you're talking about this one over here.
Yes.
Okay. You can see that this is primarily the sinus area right here. So anything around here, anything dealing with the toe is going to be head, brain. Got it?
Okay.
That's what that's going to do. Now, anything dealing with these areas here, definitely these are sinuses. I mean, there's other charts that can go in a little bit deeper, but you got to start to look in that area of sinuses, upper body, upper torso. Okay, upper torso.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can see everything is here. This is head. See how all this is head. Head, brain, pituitary, thyroid. Underneath the toe, right under the area, that's the thyroid or the parathyroid. Got it?
Okay.
Eyes is right in here. Got it? So
what do I need to do about it, though? I mean,
well, like I said, detox is this order. Whenever you see inconsistencies on the outside, represent inconsistency on the inside. So that's a detox. But like I said, I can only speak in general. I don't know your situation. I would have to thoroughly give you an assessment to see where you are.
Oh,
But
okay.
just in general, though, I'm just looking at charts here that can give you the understanding that it's a detox in order.
Soybean oil.
Try some sea buckthorn, really.
Sea buckthorn.
Because I put it on my toes every day.
That neither?
Yes, it is.
Hi, neither.
Hi, Vanessa.
Okay, I do have that. I will try it. I put it in my green drink every day.
But I mean, I put it in my green drink, but I put it on my toes because I had the ingrown toenail, and it helps it.
I'll do that tonight. I'll do that tonight. Okay, guys.
Goodbye.
All right, Dr. P, before we run, Queen Bee had a question about hernia.
One last question for my husband. He wants to know if he could take, is soybean oil good for us or no?
Soybean, if you're looking at soy, you got to be very careful with soy. Unless it's non-GMO, you want to kind of leave it alone because most soy is genetically modified.
Right.
It's highly genetically modified. Unless, I mean, they do sell the non-GMO versions, but it's going to be hard to find,
Right.
So I would just say, but it does have its benefits. They just messed that industry up.
Right.
That's what they did. So keep that in mind. All right.
So we'll see you in 3 weeks.
Okay.
3 weeks.
Queen, let's get Queen's question, and then we bounce on. It'll be 3 weeks. But Queen, you got your question. You ready?
Yes, thank you, Big B. Hi, family.
Hey.
Dr. Paul, I was told that I had a hernia. It doesn't bother me. More than likely it happened at childbirth. My girls are grown. But earlier you said something about think you said sea buckthorn. Is that something I can, no, aloe vera gel. Can I take that and will it dissolve it?
No, it's not dissolving anything. You remember a hernia is a protrusion. It's actually area that's broken through. It's a little muscle that's pushing through, or the intestines is pushing through the muscle. So it's, you have to deal with what's called astringents. Got it? So the astringents, there are specifically things for hernias. There's one called Hawthornia. Not to diagnose, treat, cure, preventing disease, just food for the soul, family. It's a formula called Hawthornia by a company called Magi. Let me see. Magi, Hawthornia. Where are you? Thank you. 132. Tower of Herbs. Here it is right here. We're sorry. Your call cannot be continued. Is she still there? Did she leave?
Still here. She's still here. Still
Somebody's.
That's someone else.
Okay, got it. All right, so here, let me show you this one. This is the formula that we use, and it's a lot of people have different ones. Now, is this a Hyettal, or inguinal, or what type of hernia?
Probably hyena from childbirth.
Okay, all right. So it could be a lot of different ones. So whatever the case, here's what the formula looks like. And this is something I actually talk to most of the herbal stores because so many people have hernia issues and don't know it. And I asked them to keep this in stock because so many people should be utilizing it. Here it is right here. This one's actually called Hawthornia from Magi Herbs. Here. This one actually has probably the highest success rate that I've dealt with. And with those who have issues, umbilical, or it could be Hyettal or inguinal, either one, they actually tell you on here that their rate of success is so good because these are all herbs that are the highest of the stringents that pull in the groin, and so with that being the case, they say you get to about 3 bottles. When you buy this, buy about 3 bottles. By the end of that 3rd bottle, usually it's either it's corrected itself or it'll tell you where you are, where you may need to get some structural things done. Because sometimes if it's past a certain preventative level, you may have to get some structural things done.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Big B.
All right, you got it.
Hawthornia by what? Magi
Herbs, yeah. Magi, yeah. Now you can go to Tower of Herbs. I can drop that in here, and I'll drop that into the chat.
Okay.
So that everybody can see it. All right. But that's for anyone. And what also that's good for? That's also good for losing weight, y'all. It's just good for losing weight. Come on, please. Come on, mute yourself, please. Yes. Let's see. I'm gonna put that down here.
Yeah, we want anything losing weight.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Oh man.
Did he say that was good for losing weight?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, it is.
I think
remember,
we all need 6 bottles.
Anything that's astringent is going to tighten stuff up. That's why, those 3 herbs that we tell men to take are also good for women too. So when we tell you those prostate herbs, like, do you remember I said there's 3 herbs that every man should have? Well, guess what? Women should have them too because it deals with things like astringent issues, like hernias. Okay. So one is, y'all remember this? Alum, wild alum. Got it? Witch hazel. Got it? Witch hazel and shepherd's purse. Those are your 3 right there. Those are the 3 that everybody should have. Those 3 are dealing with astringent issues. Tighten stuff up, y'all.
All right, buddy. All right, man. We at that part.
All right.
You got
all
that,
right,
Prophetess?
we gotta go, y'all. But
Yes,
you know
sir.
what? I want to thank everybody.
Yes.
We got Big B
Who's
over
the
there.
third
Big
one?
B. This
Get
is our
out of it.
time. We're going to shut it down a little early this time. We are
Yeah.
doing a production piece right now, and I have to go to a meeting I'm heading to. But with that, I want to thank everybody.
Yes,
and we're looking forward to having a wonderful, wonderful Merry Christmas to those and celebrating whatever way you celebrate it. I wish you all a very prosperous holiday season. And with that, join us actually not next week. The next one is Friday. That's going to be that's going to be Christmas. So after this next week,
3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks, Dr. P.
It'll be in 3 weeks. That is
year.
correct. See you next year. So I want to say, Big B, I want you to tell them how they can be a part of the family tree and support us, because Big B does a lot over there, y'all. And if anything, y'all, give us some support for this last one of the year. Really, this is the last one of the year.
Yeah, it is. The last one of the year.
So with that being the case, Big B, tell them how they can support us with the family tree.
Yeah, guys.
If anything, the Big B puts all the editing, the marketing, everything out from the YouTube, Facebook. We appreciate you so much, buddy. I really do. Okay?
I appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Big B.
Listen, guys, again, to make sure you get all the copies of the chats, all that kind of stuff, just do yourself a favor. Again, make sure you send me an email to mechavideo@gmail.com. That's mechavideo@gmail.com to support the family tree. As always, listen, use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN. Again, $BILMORGAN. And if you use your bank, through Zelle, that ID number is mechavideo@comcast.net. Again, mechavideo@comcast.net. And of course, guess what? You know what? What do we do after that? Bring your friend, bring your enemy, bring everybody around right here to the family tree every hump day. But we'll see you now in 3 weeks. All right. Make sure you do that. And of course, I forgot about the P.O. Box, Dr. Paul, right here, Mullica Hill. P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. It's all in the check. Okay.
Yes. And I want to thank also. Yes, I want to thank you so much, all of you, because you have been such a all year long. I think that people have really gotten something out of the family tree. Everywhere we go, I hear someone saying something about the family tree and those that participate, So I just want to personally thank you all for just making it an awesome year that we had. I think we helped a lot of people. And with that, we couldn't do it without your support and what you're doing by spreading the word.
That's right.
All the ambassadors, we're looking forward to 2025. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it right?
That's right.
Dr. Paul. Good night.
All right, so we'll see y'all. God bless y'all. Thank
Get
y'all.
out.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get out of here.
Get out of here.
Help yourself. Happy New Year. Happy clap.
Happy New
blessed.
Year, everyone.
Yeah.
Prophetess.
Prophetess. We'll be chatting.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays.
Love y'all much.
Yes, guys. All right, Dr. P.
Eloise. All right,
Dr. Eloise, of course.
I want to give a special thank out to Prophetess. Is Prophetess, give her a hand. Thank you, Prophetess.
Always.
Is she still here?
She's still there. She's still there.
Thank you, Prophetess, for your fingers, for all year, for your fingers.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
And
no doubt.
We can't tell you how much
Indeed, I know that's right.
Thank you so much. And
yes, Kamara, that's what's up.
Love you too, Big B.
Yes.
Thank you, Big B.
Yes.
Good night, everyone. Dr.
Good night,
Paul.
everybody.
Thank you, Prophetess. Thank
Almost
you,
10
Big
minutes
B.
late.
That's
All
right.
We're
Thank
going to
you,
get
Dr.
on out of
Paul.
here. Well,
Prophetess.
I can't go without saying, I can't go without giving a little bit of music. Just tap it out. I got to tap it out.
Tap.
Tap it out. Come on.
Merry Christmas.
Come on.
Yeah, Mark.
Come on.
Yeah.
Tap it out. That's right. Come on now. We're going to do a quick one, right? Get your frequency healing. Get your frequency healing, y'all. Get y'all device. All right?
Yeah.
Tap.
On the outside. Tap. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out.
Yep.
Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, real quick, real quick. Clap, clap.
Yeah.
Clap it up. All right, rub it. Get some rub and clap. Rub and clap. Yeah, get that cheek on going, right?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man. All right now.
Well, one more time, and rub and stop and give yourself that energy.
Yeah, buddy.
Go ahead,
yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
man.
There you go. I see you, Kamara. I see you, Marcy.
Yeah.
Marcy.
Hey.
Thank you, Kamara. Thank you.
Man. Yeah, buddy.
All year long. One more time. Clap. One more time. One more finale. Clap. And clap. And clap. And stop. And hold. Can't you feel it? If you go like that, you can feel almost like it's moving. Wow.
Yeah, buddy.
Take that with good intentions. Bless yourself. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing,
got a shot. Yeah, buddy.
Shout out
Have a
to
great one, guys.
fam over there. We've been hanging in.
Blessings.
Gorgeous. Okay, everybody now have a wonderful and safe holiday. And we'll see you next year. God bless y'all.
See you January the 8th, guys.
Thanks for tuning in to the
See you January the 8th. Yeah.
All right.
God bless.
Good, man.
Until next year.
All right. See ya.
I'm back. All black.
Happy everything.